Hello Spurs fans, here I am just walking into Lane Cove Bush Reserve or something. There's a sign up there, go and have a look at it. And a beautiful wild bush turkey, look nice with some chips around it. And transfer window slammed shut, but first things first, I have to eat some humble pie. Did a video the other day and I was pretty pissed off actually, as pissed off as I get when it comes to football, saying that a load of the fans at the ground were booing the team at the end of the game. Now I've had a couple of comments and a couple of people have talked to me that were at the game, and their feeling was that the fans were booing the referee, not the team. So it looks like I just fell for the usual mainstream media vendetta against Tottenham Hotspur, because that's what they all reported, and I swallowed it. So if you were put out by what I said, I do apologise, but if you were booing the team, and if you were online there's no excuse. I'm not, that was still atrocious. But yes, it's entirely possible. And of course, I don't condone booing referees, but I have said far worse to referees in the past when I used to go to games. So, have at it, folks. So yeah, I have no idea where I'm going here, but beautiful, beautiful trees. Who says I hug trees? Oh, aren't they great? Transfer window slammed shut. I'm really happy actually. I woke up this morning to the news that that we signed Muani on loan. I don't think there's any obligation to buy or option to buy any of that crap from PSG. I was surprised. I'm pretty surprised that everyone we've signed this window I've heard of, which is crazy, because I know bugger all about football. So they've, I'm assuming they've got to be good for me to have heard of them. And I think we've got a really nice spread of ages in the window as well. 22, Paulinho is 30, Muani's 27. So, we've got experience, we've got young, feisty players, and in the case of Paulinho, just a rambunctious old bugger that will win us the ball anywhere on the pitch. So, out of the Premier League teams, I think we can hold our heads up quite high. Now, I mean, part of me always thinks in these situations that it would have been nice if one of our previous managers, or any of them really, any of our previous managers had the benefit of being back so well. But it's happened, so I can't moan too much because it's actually happened now, and I think Thomas Frank has been handsomely backed, and I'm expecting big things of him, and I think he's up to it. I hope I don't get lost here. Another case of the 53-year-old Australian was acting too young for his age, thinking he could walk in the bush and not fuck it up. I think compared to the other clubs, like Aston Villa have done nothing. Like the clubs around our perceived status, like Aston Villa, nothing, Brighton, nothing, Crystal Palace, nothing, bugger all. I suppose the big boys always do something, but then you get to the clubs like of Chelsea, they might have signed quite a lot of players because that's what Todd Bowley loves to do, but I ain't heard of any of them. Apart from Garnacho, who I think's a bag of shite. So, Arsenal did a bit of business. I fancy ours more than theirs, though. Maybe it's my blue and white bias, but I think our signings have been better. I think Eze is a bit of an afterthought for Arsenal. I don't think the kid's going to fit in. Gyökeres could flop. Another team, Newcastle. Bugger all. So look, the only thing I don't understand about this window, and this is purely my understanding, is I am surprised at how many homegrown players are out on loan. Well, in fact, all of them really, aren't they? I think homegrown players are important to embed and enhance the identity of the club. But I guess seeing the signings we've made, are any of our homegrown players up to that calibre? And if we do want to compete immediately, somehow, maybe they're not there yet. I'm hoping they do work out, because I think we have got some fine young talent. I know people often wax lyrical about Donnelly and Mikey Moore, but I'm a bit of a follower, a bit of a fan of Will Lancashire. I think he could be a good guy for the future. So good luck to all of them. It's a shame there ain't a few kicking around, but one more season, we'll see what happens then. We'll see what happens then. Maybe it's not a bad idea to, you know, get a really good team in place and then start sprinkling in your homegrown assets. That could be a possibility. I'm just trying to think of the team in the 80s. Team in the 80s, what order did it happen? Or, you know, rather late 70s. I mean, what, we had Perryman already there. Paul Miller came in 77. Roberts, well, he came from Weymouth, but I always count him as homegrown. But Ozzy and Ricky had come to the club, and Crooks and Archibald had come into the team. We had Glenn Oddle as well. We had loads of homegrown players, didn't we? And then we had Mickey Hazard, who came like in the 82, 83 maybe. So was there already like an established side there? Not sure if that hypothesis holds up water, but good luck to them all. Wow, this is quite stunning, actually. Okay, I've just seen a sign for where I've got to go back, which I'll forget. So yeah, all up, and I saw that Dom Solanke might, his injury might not be too bad. I mean, there's conflicting reports coming out about that though. Sometimes people are saying, you know, surgery is not needed. I don't know, man. There's so much news. Look, after the way the crowd was reported in the press, I'm just going to go off my own eyes and ears a bit more, which I usually do, but I think it was because I also watched the game and I heard that reaction, and to me, my reaction was, they booed the team, because I think it happened at half time as well. But like I say, if they're booing the referee, then I hate the phrase "I'm going to hold my hands out." I just cop it on the chin. Well, I fucked up. I'm sorry about that. Hey, look, we've got some running water here. How about this? Might be a nice little place to set up. And for some inexplicable reason, I really need to have a wee. But and I don't have to shout because my microphone's here, not over there. So yeah, I think it's a really positive window by Spurs. It's nice to see it happen. You know, I might have one eye on the financial reports when they come out next February, or I might not be asked. But I think you know, this is probably the best window I can remember. Well, I can remember, really. Is it our best ever window? I mean, can't say best ever, but under the Levy era, probably. I think so. I mean, you've got to bear in mind, I did have a kind of Tottenham Hotspur, how long was it? Maybe 15-year black hole, because I couldn't really watch games after I just moved to Australia. So stuff might have been occurring then, but no, I mean, every one of those players, like I say, not only have I heard of them, but they're good. I'm excited because I've heard of them for famous reasons, not infamous. So that's pretty cool. Can I get over there? Let's go over this way, eh? And yeah, if I've done a little comparison. I've walked behind a tree. Shit. I've done a little comparison with with some of the other Premier League teams, but I think we've come out really well. We weren't. Let's run up here. We weren't the trying to catch it out. We weren't the only team that was, mucked around, buggered about. Some might say embarrassed. Oh, and in other semi-exciting news, our good luck charm, Brian Hill, has left the club. Hopefully we didn't have to pay again to get rid of him. It wasn't his fault. It was the wrong time at the wrong buy. And it's nice to see that our transfer strategy, if you want to call it that, I mean, it still feels a little bit reactive to me, but you can't question the quality of the player we're getting in at the moment. And the number of them. Like for me, like two decent players in the summer window is all right. 3's good, and we got 4. Yeah, okay, Muani's on loan, but man, this is exciting. We've still got a bit of a break before we play West Ham, and then not long after that we kick into Champions League. So this will be a test. I mean, we haven't let too many players go. That's the thing. It looks like the Yves Bissouma situation is still here, which I'm not. I like Yves Bissouma. Just hope he gets a bit of consistency and turns up the training on time. Do it, kid. And that will show us the depth of our squad. But we've definitely increased it. When you compare our squad, our team to the time we had under Conte, where I'd be pulling my hair out thinking, Skip, Winks, Højbjerg, Dyer, Sanchez, and again, I guess it wasn't these players' fault, but it was the club's fault. That's what we had, and I think one thing that I don't know. See, this is the hard thing to know. When a manager isn't running the whole thing, it's hard to know who's making the decisions. But I guess I'd like to maybe give credit to Ange for clearing a lot of space for these new players coming in. But who knows? It might have been him. It might have been Langer. It might have been Scott Mann. It might have been Daniel Levy. No fucking person knows who's doing what anymore. The accountability. Unlike the days where you just had Bill Nick saying this is the way it is, that's it. Organising, buying washing machines for the kit lady, whatever. Bill Nick was the guy that did it. Those days are long gone. But yeah, we've had a good clear out, and over the last 2 seasons, we've really done all right. Started off a bit slow. Slow. What was the year? We got Maddison, Johnson. It was an improvement, definitely improvement. And then last year, the main one was Solanke, which I think is a really good player. So I'm happy with that. And then we got Richarlison. I know he's not a new purchase, but he's having a bit of a purple patch at the moment. I'm excited, and we've got enough players now that they're going to have to start. Hopefully, maybe, getting the shits with each other in training and having a bit of argy-bargy, because it's going to be hyper-competitive to get into the team. When I hear stories about training field bust-ups, I mean, they're usually overhyped, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it used to be quite a normal thing in football for players to have a go at each other in training because, someone overstepped the mark, you want to pull them back into line a bit. Yeah, look, I'm pretty stoked at the moment to be a Spurs fan. Well, I always am. I was having a chat with Steve Perriman before when he came on the stream. I talk to Steve now and then, and I said, I'm excited about the season, Steve. And then I had to pull myself up. It's like, I'm excited every year, though. It don't matter, does it? It puts a smile on my face. But we will see. We're in 4 competitions. Man United are in 2. You got to laugh, haven't you? You got to laugh at other teams' misery. I think that's fair enough to do. Wow, what a beautiful place, man. I wish I could stay here all day, but unfortunately, I've got to get back in the car and drive around. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, you'd like to see me do more, click the subscribe, click the like. If you want to give me some money to make it really encourage me, super chats and messages are all available. I'm trying to get a balance between working and streaming at the moment. I almost streamed last night. I fired everything up. I was just too tired. I was just too tired to do it. So hopefully that'll change soon. But I've missed doing it. But I enjoy doing the videos. I enjoy talking bollocks about Tottenham. So until next time, folks, peace and love, and come on you Spurs.